This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good morning, Edward van der Kleijn. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
I'm really good, thanks. Engel, it's a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for inviting me along.
You're welcome. So let me start one more time, Edward. So it's actually Angel, and I say Angel somewhere at the end of the podcast, so I don't want you to say, oh my gosh.
I get that.
You call me Engelbert. Yeah.
Angel.
All right.
We'll do Angel. Thank you, Angel.
Good morning, Edward van der Kleijn. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much for inviting me along.
Yeah, definitely a great pleasure to connect with you. Please do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I live in Worcester, in the United Kingdom. Worcestershire, of the famous sauce, the Worcestershire sauce. You must know that.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard of that. Yeah. Mommy would use that every Sunday to cook with. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it goes with everything.
Well, do tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
I think I'm a prolific networker. So I've adopted social networks right from the get-go, and have a faith in humankind and connect with anybody who's got a charming smile. So and that's how the universe conspired to connect us, my friend.
Love it. So who did you learn that from? That ability to be kind. It takes some kind of kindness to be that nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, I think also it's kind of I think it's an innate sort of, what would you call it? Like, you're born with it. As kids, you don't judge anybody. So, I think I've kind of become more of a child as I've got older.
Yeah, that's fun, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. You get to play. You get to play more when you're a child.
So who did you learn that kindness from? Is it someone in your family, or is it something, as you said, is innate?
Well, I think yeah, it's got to be mother. It's got to be mother. She's one of the best people in the world, and she's got a good heart and always an open door and a friend, and a nice meal, and she'll help people. Sometimes to her own detriment, but that's she's just the most helpful person ever. Yeah, so I guess I got it from her. I'm pretty sure I have, actually.
Zig Ziglar has something that he says: help enough other people get what they want, and in turn, you will get what you want. Have you seen that been something that is true?
You've actually just given me shivers, and goosebumps all on my arms. That's a phrase that we use in one of our presentations. So we do small business marketing seminars, and that's what we do. They're free, and we invite small business owners along to help them grow their business online, and we use that phrase. We like Zig Ziglar a lot. He is the man.
Yeah, Zig definitely was an amazing person, wasn't he? I'm sorry I didn't get to meet him.
That's testament to his legacy. He's still around. We're talking about him now. So that's the amazing thing about people like Zig Ziglar. They're bigger than the person themselves.
Yeah, we could definitely change that phrase. Instead of saying Zig Ziglar was, we can say Zig Ziglar is. Definitely. Yeah.
Zig Ziglar is definitely. He's an awesome guy. I love him to bits.
Well, Edward, do tell us a bit more about these seminars and how you build networks, please.
So currently we serve just over 300 partners in most English-speaking parts of the world. We're in South Africa. We're in USA, Canada. Just this year, opened up in Australia as well. Obviously, we're based in the UK and Ireland. and we help them. So they become basically agents for change for small businesses all around the world. Small businesses work hard. Small businesses, work a 60 to 80 hour work week just to make ends meet. And it's our job to give them a bit of freedom to become smarter, better, faster using technology. And so that's what we do. And so we love to travel, we love to share. So we go around the world organizing these events for our partners, essentially, because this is an opportunity for them to network with people who are looking for change in their business and looking for improvements. There's people come to us. That's the thing. We advertise. We've got websites. We do social media. And it's, I guess, our what we say to them, I think resonates with them. And that's how the networks grow. And it's about reaching out. And doing chats like this. This is what I love doing. It's great.
It's like Blam, right?
Blam, yeah, Blam with an exclamation mark. I'm so proud that we have a brand that has punctuation in the actual logo.
I guess
all the good brands have got punctuation.
I guess it really comes back to what you said. Yeah, you get to be a child twice over and have fun. Even the more, right? Having something like Blam.
Yeah. I mean, the last trip we did was in Johannesburg in South Africa. Now, obviously, I've spoken to these people across social media, over the phone. They've made a commitment to start their business with us, and then you go visit, and then you go meet them, and they're just the most delightful people ever. And it's like, it really does. It's really true. Like attracts like. What you put out there will come back to you, and so if you have a playful attitude, then that's what's going to come back. If you wake up with a frown on your face, then you attract that too. So if you're wondering why things are not going your way, turn that frown into a smile. Turn it upside down. I think that's another one of Zig Ziglar's, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. He lives on. Well, do tell us, where's the best place we can find out more, please.
So you go to blam.online, just type in blam.online, #Blom Academy, and you can sign up for free on the Blom Academy website. So that's blam.online /Blom Academy, or just go into any social network and type in #Blom Academy. You can join a free Facebook group, the Blom Academy Facebook group, just so you get that as part of it. And you'll get free resources. So we do 3 types of learning. Obviously, for our websites and apps specifically, there is learning, but that's specific to the partnership. But then the entrepreneurial learning. So entrepreneurial learning is really important. Learning how to sell, learning how to negotiate, learning how to deal with customers. Improving yourself. Yeah, I posted a quote the other day, which I heard is that, you need to get better at getting better. Get it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's constant learning. And then we're very, very privileged to be certified partners with a company called Digital Marketer. And we have the best digital marketing courses in the world available as well. So that's within Blom Academy. As soon as you sign up, you'll get a certain amount of learning for free. And then you can upgrade to access some of the more premium content. We're actually going to San Diego later this month in a couple of weeks. So excited. I cannot believe it. Literally in about 3 weeks' time, I will be jetting off to San Diego again to meet with the guys from Digital Marketer at the Traffic and Conversion Summit. So if you go to trafficandconversionsummit.com, Richard Branson is going to be there.
Wow.
Frank Kern is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be so exciting. And we actually have some tickets for you guys to come and join us as well at a heavily discounted rate. So if you want, I can share that with you in the link, and maybe you can post it on the blog as well, please.
Yeah, definitely. Wonderful. Again, amazing audience. You're hearing it live from Edward van der Kleijn. He is the guy who will make you go blam. I love it. Well, Edward, let's switch gears for a moment.
Blam is the new wow.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah. Blam is the new wow. Edward, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Edward, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a really good one. I guess looking out over the Grand Canyon, that's one of those things. Being a kid and actually walking out of the airport in Arizona. I think it was Flagstaff, and going from air conditioned to like ultra heat. I've never experienced it before, and I really remember it. And the other thing is when rain, when rain hits concrete. I think there's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. Something like pericord. That smell, that takes me right back to Arizona. There's something about it. There was like a thunderstorm, and every time I smell that, fresh, just after the rain has fallen, it just comes flooding back. So yeah, that's one that's very close to me.
So, how old were you in that memory?
I think it's about 9 years of age.
And the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, I was growing up.
All right.
I got to travel when I was a child.
Why do you think that memory is so clear?
I think it's just the sensory experience. Just when you go out of air conditioned airport, and then I'd never experienced heat like that before. It's just one of those things you just really remember it. It's sensory, so you're feeling it, and also the smell. When just after the thunderstorm, you get that really. I think it's called pericord. And it just sends, I think, neural messages into your brain, and then you just remember it so vividly. I think.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Sorry, say the question again, please.
Sure. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
I think it just instilled a desire to travel the world, and see things. And there's a couple of things that have really made sure I did in my life. One is have a wonderful relationship with my wife. I have 2 beautiful children. Really create a family unit. That's very important to me. And then sort of a little bit later in life, sort of rekindle that spirit that I think was sort of born when I got to travel when I was a child, So yeah, and that's sort of 40 years later. So I'm 50 this year. That's sort of all coming back again, which is brilliant. I love that.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yeah, that'll be very interesting.
I love the fact that as an entrepreneur, it requires a similar type simulation in life where at times you have to actually go from cold to extreme heat. And in order to get business going, you have to be willing to ignite those types of experiences, the smell and the sight, but to create an experience that someone walks away with that they'll never forget.
That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. That is that's like a mantra, because that's your purpose, for being on this planet. I think to make it, remarkable and rememberable.
I would say to make a blam.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. That's fantastic.
If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
It was Michael Jackson. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Love it. Everything is connecting now, right?
Right, my friend. MJ, he's an absolute legend, and that song. It just when it starts. When he whispers to you, and then the rhythm starts going, and then and then you go, and I guess when kids nowadays, they need release. They need something where they can learn to be themselves, and I think music's so important. Art is so important, and My constant struggle these days is to make sure my children don't spend too much time looking at screens, and just try and be themselves and be expressive, because the playgrounds are empty out there, my friend. It should be a mission for everyone to remove their kids from their screens.
Totally agree. Well, we've arrived at our destination, Edward. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's going to be yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Edward, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I have.
Are you married?
I am.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in a greater force.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Probably, yeah.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I think it's about 8 hours a day, yeah. I spend a lot.
Okay, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
I'm Dutch, I'm direct, and I will deliver.
Love it. Can I add something?
What's that?
I'll make you go blam. I really love blam. All right, my friend, this has been a great pleasure. Before we leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I think everybody should go on a 12-minute convo. I think what you're doing, and now connecting with you through this podcast, I think we have a friendship, and I'd like to share it with you. So I will promote it, and definitely more people need to go through this experience. This is amazing what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me along.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Ed. It's been a great pleasure. Edward van der Kleijn, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thanks, Angel. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazon Enterprise.